All right, I hit record. Hey, everybody, it's Delio on the YouTube channel here, and I'm back. I'm back here, and in this video, I wanted to take some moment to just talk about some things and sort of update you, the audience, those who still come to my channel, that I'm still here, and I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I just wanted to fill you in and take a few moments to reflect about what I've been up to, what's been happening, what's happened to me, what I'm happening to. And if I could give you a TLDR version of it or a too long didn't read version of it, one, it's work. I still work in the IT field, and there's been a lot of extra demands on my time with that. And then on top of that, I was sick, caught a cold. And this time, normally when I get sick, I will truck right on through. You might see me live stream sick. I'm stuffed up. I'm still on here doing stuff because I love making music so much, and I love making content and videos and just doing stuff so much that I truck right through. But this time I actually let myself be sick. And I wasn't even like more sick than what I normally am. It was like, let yourself be sick for a change. Like, you never, ever really let yourself be sick. Like, you'll be stuffed up and sore throat and everything and still out jogging or something. And I decided not to do that this time. Man, it's been a while since I made a video on here. And, there's always that YouTube platform where you want to keep driving and keep chugging along, and you want to keep making these contents and keep making videos. And, it's an endless grind. Like, this YouTube thing is like an endless grind. And you got to keep making content on there to get the views up, to get the videos up, because what YouTube does, like, they may show your video to a lot of people, but then if people don't respond to it, or at a certain time, it just slows down and doesn't show it to many people anymore. And, don't let my subscriber count fool you. While I am glad that I do get new subscribers, that does not necessarily reflect the engagement that is to my channel. And, I'm sort of past the phase of sort of kind of being angry at YouTube or frustrated at it. I'm at a stage now in my life where it's like, okay, what are my other options? Because I don't believe YouTube is going to change. It's powerful. It's gotten me work. It's got me production work. But I think that at this point, it would be foolish not to seek other options, or just to see what else I can do differently, or what new mindset I could adopt to this. And then, I think about these beat remakes that I used to do. I know I get comments. I still get comments about, hey, we need you to remake something else. I want to see you remake something again. And I do have something in the pipeline. It just takes work to do it. I made, I hate to say promise because I didn't give a date, so I don't really call me saying I'm going to do something and not giving you a solid time. That's a promise, but there are supposed to be drum kits and loop packs I was supposed to release last year that I still have not gotten to. And that is probably a result of my mismanagement of time and resources, and probably getting into too much stuff at the same time. I'm the type of person that is like gets into so much different things, take time to get good at all of them, and then don't. But then what happens is that as your hands can only hold so much. Your time is only so much in a day. And be it that I still work a 9 to 5, a lot of that time that I could spend engaging a lot of these type of things and projects, the time isn't there because I'm busy trading my time for money for someone else, when I'd rather have much more passive income that comes in, or more of a different type of income that's sustainable. There's a lot of equipment to review. There's a lot of plugins to talk about. There's so many good things. And I think that the bright side is that I still can. I think that there's this kind of a lie or fear that, oh gosh, I haven't made videos in a while. People will no longer be interested in what I have to say. And that's not necessarily the case. Even though these platforms make it appear that way or make it feel that way, that's not the case. There's always going to be somebody that wants to hear what you got to say. Or in this case, there will probably always be somebody that is curious about what I think about this and about that. There'll probably be somebody that'd be grateful that what I brought to this platform, or the music that I made, will be something that they appreciate and are glad and thankful for. So So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Um, Also been working out. Well, I was working out before I got sick, but I'm still working out. Still intentionally losing weight. I'm really thinking about how to move that process forward because I am spinning my wheels. And I'm thinking about maybe finding a trainer or something. Maybe that might be something different, but I do know it depends on what you eat. Um, some people have the things that they do when they stress. Some people smoke. Some people, get high. I'm a food guy, and I was disciplined before I got sick. And that's what happens. I think that's the catch all is that I do these great streaks where I am losing weight, I'm cutting down, and then I get sick, and then I allow that. Notice how I'm holding myself accountable. I allow that to take me out of my routine. I simply allow it, and I can't allow that anymore. So now that I'm getting better, all those push-ups I was doing in the morning, and all that stair climbing I was doing in the gym, and all that meal prep I was doing, it's now time to get back to that. Another thing that's been going on with me is that actually I quietly shut down my beat store, my online beat store. DylanGameBeats.com is no longer up. I wasn't really making much money selling beats online, and that is because I'm not promoting and making a lot of beats to sell on Beats Online. Why? Because I'm gigging, I'm working, I'm doing content, working out, and still working a 9 to 5. That's taking up so much of my day. So much of my day. And I really thought that, hey, I'm a music producer. Look at what I got. I'm a music producer. I'm supposed to be selling beats online. And maybe it's just me trying to fit in, which is another thing that I constantly have to tweak and adjust. Is me fitting in, is me working on stuff or trying to fit in or saying, well, that producer's good. His beats are right. I can hang with him. I should do it too. Because how come, so the demand isn't there, but also the marketing isn't there. So I'm not blaming the world or anything like that. But this is a point in time where I have to really hone in on what I want to do, and which I have been doing, which brings me to my next point as far as what I've been up to. I have been gigging. I have been playing out. I have performing. I have not had so many gigs come through before. But the mistake that I make is that I don't tell you guys about it. And the reason I don't tell you guys about it is because from my perspective, when I post about my music and stuff like that or performances, I'll get a response. And for those that give me a response and show me some love with that, I love that and I appreciate you. However, if I'm posting that versus say a beat remake or a tutorial where more people are searching for that algorithmically on the internet, there's a much larger response. So what that appears to me is that if I look at these analytics, and the more I talk about more things that people appear to be interested to, it makes me downplay the volume on my own original stuff, original music, original content. So I don't blame you, the viewer, but the algorithms do sort of paint a picture of that what Dilio has to offer as a musician and artist and as an experience and all this other stuff is not as relevant on this platform or not as relevant on the whole spectrum of things as to me talking about the MPC or auto-tune or how to loop your samples or how to chop and flip them, which I do have fun teaching about. But there's another adjustment that I have to make to round it out. I should be sharing what I'm doing and gigging anyway. Because what happens if my gigs turn into YouTube meetups? Why wouldn't my gig be an opportunity for people who want to see me in person live and talk about stuff and maybe see me perform live and all this stuff? Here's an opportunity to do it. You may not live in this part of the city or surrounding cities of Atlanta. You may live in Fayetteville. You may live in Conyers. I've done shows in both. I was in Fairburn. I was in Conyers with my laptop, Ableton, and an MPC making beats live, singing live in a restaurant. Gigging. And it's easy to be distracted from how great that is when I'm dealing with so much levels of demand from work. There's a lot of demand to perfectify or become better and do this right and do that right. And I understand. And there's such a demand on that. And and it's a balancing act. And some balancing acts aren't really the type of balancing acts that you're supposed to do. How balanced can you be if you're always falling off the balancing beam? Even if you give it your best shot. So, yeah, I've been doing shows and I need to promote that better. And I think that's a very important thing because I think that's just a part of my life that I haven't shared. That includes technology that I teach about. I teach about Ableton. I teach about how to hook stuff up, speakers, mixers. How does this stuff all work? And like I said, I think the reason I don't share it on this platform is because when I do, I might get some views and I might get a thumbs up from a comment, but then I need connection. Connection. That's another thing. Like I have been reminded of how much I love to connect. No, let's stay with that right there. Just to connect, right? And what it has been on this platform is me sort of kind of creating stuff I really want people to connect with. But if for some reason there's some things out of my control where I don't get that connection, I don't get that feedback, I don't get that comment back. And so when you don't get that back, okay, well, dang, maybe these are the psychological things that content creators deal with. However, I shouldn't let that reality prevent me from at least one person. I have to put it this way. And if I got to get it from the mud, I got to get it from the mud like this. If one person likes what I'm posting outside of this tutorial stuff with this music stuff and all that stuff, then it's worth it. Because that's where I do think that there's a connection. There's a connection on teaching and learning about technology and all this stuff and speaking my mind. But when it comes to stuff I'm passionate about, which is the music stuff, the beats that I make, the creativity, all that stuff, the creating of this new album, promoting. If I can get at least one person to at least connect with that, then I guess it's going to be 1,000 videos of me on here with one person commenting on if that's what it takes. Because this platform doesn't really make it easy for me to tell as far as what people want outside of the comments and maybe the view counts and analytics and all this other stuff. But I am not a good quitter. What do I mean by that? Meaning I don't really, I have a bad habit of, what's the word? I can't even call it a bad habit. Maybe it's just that I like to stick to things because there's a part of me that believes that things can change. So at this point in time, what do I need to stick to see that change? And I could think of a lot of things, actually a lot of personal things too. And one of the things I'm going to stick to is making contents on this channel to get it up to 100K. That's the goal for this year. And I was going to take a lot of videos like this. I got to crank that stuff out. I get it. Which is why I do this more than remakes, because remakes really take a lot of concentration. I got to design sounds. I get to listen, learn how to play parts, learn how to teach it, film this process, edit it so that it's consumable to you, the viewer, and then put it out there. But then also dance around that balancing beam of, is it a copy strike? Is it not? Is there revenue there? Can I get monetized for this video? Can I get demonetized for this video? There's always that balancing act, which makes me consider other platforms to go full out in remakes on a platform that is more of an exchange based, like a membership thing, like a Patreon, something like that. That would be affordable because then I would go all out with the samples, drum sounds, and kids don't have to worry about that red tape that I do here, being that this is such a publicly regulated, very closely regulated thing. If I do a Patreon and I put my loops on there for a membership and sounds and remake tutorials on there, I am more protected as a content creator than on this platform. This platform doesn't really put the content creator first. They may put up videos, hey, how you can do this. From my experience, it doesn't. And so this is not a complaint, but this is how we deal with it. How do we push through? Right. So that's what my update is. I'm glad if you watched this video and gave me some feedback. I'm going to make another video promoting an event coming up today. And if there's a chance you may be able to come through, that'd be great. All right. See you later. Peace out.